everybody has a character sheet, and it's really.
Forget how to get there. Is
The
it settings?
Dice just
go to your journal.
The Roll20 dice hates everyone.
That is true. You
It
will
makes
roll that
for
once.
such good stories.
I see I can do the character sheet. I might have to do that. That was my only question.
We are live, but it's just a screen saying that we are starting soon.
Starting soon.
Well,
All
I will
right.
go ahead.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, I will go ahead and explain very briefly.
Anna, you
We
sound
finally have our original casting
Sorry.
of Sarah here to play the character Lynn. We're very excited about that.
I can't hear anybody.
Oh.
We also have a guest star today, filling in for Lene, who usually plays Victor. However, instead of playing Victor, our guest star, Amy Waddell, is going to play Minklaw. We are all very excited to see how that goes. So I guess then, without delay, I will get to our opening statement. Good evening, everyone. Just your friendly reminder that while we are proud of our product, we must admit none of us are actually in a professional recording studio. We are recording on a myriad of devices and internet qualities. Please give us patience if there are technical difficulties and/or interruptions from pets and toddlers. We love all of you and sincerely hope you enjoy the show. If we could go through the cast, we're going to do this in alphabetical order, as we typically do, whereas it is presented in Discord. So in that order, say who you are in real life, very briefly, and which character you will be playing.
Okay. I guess that puts me first. Hi, I am Amy. I am a guest player this week, and I will be playing Minklaw.
Hi, I'm Anna. I'm a co-DM, and I will be running tech tonight.
I'm Dallas, also one of the co-DMs, and I will be running the session tonight.
I'm Casey, and I'm Zaxxon.
I'm Lydia, and I'll be playing Karma.
I'm Sarah, and I will be playing Lydia.
All right. Does somebody want to briefly recap what happened on this scene everyone is seeing before we dive right back into it?
Sure. Our adventurers met a person alongside the road. We heard that many people were misled to a trap. So we, of course, decided to go to the trap. Figured out there were hostages, went in, killed some thugs, let the big bad go. People left, and we are sitting. Or we're just about to figure out what's happening immediately after that battle. No, do you move up from that? Is that good?
Oh, I think we're very good. As they were trying to leave, two of the formerly imprisoned individuals are being held up by a cat wrapped around their legs. This is, of course, our good friend Karma. The male of the pair, it is a male and female, both human, looks down and says, my good Also-
Alrighty, folks, are we back?
I can't hear you, Anna.
I see her lit up, so I'm
Yes,
assuming she's
we are
talking, but I
live
hear
again.
nothing.
Sorry about that brief interruption.
I don't see her lit up.
Neither do I.
We do pardon the interruption. It's looking like we're getting back on track. However,
Yes,
we're going
the
to start this
stream
little bit
can
that we were
hear you.
doing.
I can hear her now.
Excellent. We can hear you now on the stream. We will start this little scene we were about to get into over again. Of the two humans that are being prevented from leaving this area that they were formerly imprisoned in, looks down and says, "My good cat, if you would be so kind, we were just leaving."
To which Karma responds with a, well, if you have somewhere to go, then I suppose you probably should. However, we've taken it upon ourselves to train ourselves, without like the extra help from some bossy weirdo.
The man takes a step back. "What witchcraft is this? Talking cat, Aaron, get away from it. Clearly a sign of wickedness."
Not so fast. Now, I'm the one that told her how to get out of the cell upstairs.
It's right. It did. Maybe. What?
That was me, not your whoever it was you were praying to.
That wasn't so. The little girl looks like she's about to burst into tears as her voice just trails off.
No, it was me. It was me. Go rub on her legs again.
The child, assuming you do not resist, picks you up, holds you to her face, and just bawls into your fur.
Okay. Okay. This is fine. Okay.
Anyone else?
Zaxton is standing there, like from where the boss guy was standing, and he was holding his crossbow.
Mhm.
Like you can see his crossbow literally shaking, and like the adrenaline has worn off, and he has just realized that he killed someone, and like he looks like he's about to start bawling.
Go ahead and make a either intelligence or wisdom saving throw. What this is going to represent is either you're going to like mind over matter logic your way out of it with an intelligence saving throw, or you're going to like try to forget about it with a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, he tries to take in all information, so I think this would probably be intelligence.
How'd you do?
The bear 10.
So yeah, you are visibly affected. You are going to have disadvantage on your next check, whatever that is. And you are visibly trembling.
Yeah, I think it's more than visibly trembling. I think he like drops his crossbow to the ground and goes down to his knees. Like he hasn't even killed a mouse. Like a human being's a whole nother story.
Minklaw, Liddy, do you respond to this?
Minklaw cannot control their character token in Roll20, but
Same.
Minklaw does see this and go up to him and go, "Oh, hey, are you okay there, good buddy?"
He died. This is. I thought we were just training. Not moving. Look at him. And he just like points over here at the guy who's motionless.
Yeah. That's the circle of life. I'm gonna bend down and kind of like touch his shoulder. Say, do you need to wrestle again?
He kind of sniffles and looks up and gives a quiet nod.
Okay, I'm gonna scoop him up in my arms and hold him like he's a little baby kitten.
With or without machinery?
I'm gonna say with machinery just because I feel like it makes him feel safe.
That makes sense. It's like a security blanket.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's probably good.
Liddy, what's your response to all of this? Liddy, you there? Sarah?
Okay, sorry. I heard Liddy and I was like, Liddy? Yeah, me? Because then I see Karma and I'm like,
character
maybe,
Character names. It's okay. We might come up with another nickname for your character to avoid that going forward. But for right now, we'll just play it.
we'll just do Liddy. That's fine. She is just sitting back, just polishing her guns like, oh my god, we are so invincible, you guys. That was amazing. I think we did fantastic. And then she hears the crying and she mumbles, I don't know why everybody's so sad. This was great. We're so ready for this.
Victor gives you a fist bump.
Liddy just happily takes that fist bump like, yes. Just does the explosion like, poof, some jazz hands.
Lorik, the male, approaches the group. It seems my daughter is looking over at Karma, occupied at the moment. I may as well introduce myself. I am Lorik, a merchant and peddler, though without my wares, I'm little more than a penniless vagabond. To whom do I owe our rescue?
Zaxxon kind of gives Mink a tap on the elbow to let them know that he would like to be set down.
Okay. I'll put him down real gingerly.
Oh, we're the Jobix team. We're training for the games.
When you say training for the games, a dark look crosses his face, but only for a moment. He very clearly suppresses it. Heard just about enough of the games in the last week to be rid of them forever.
To be completely honest, and Zaxxon like wipes his nose on his hand. I didn't think it would be like this either.
He, as a human, he is quite a bit taller than you.
Oh yeah.
And he kind of kneels down without actually putting his knees on the ground, and speaks softly, almost soothingly. I appreciate you being willing to enact violence to save myself and my daughter. It is likely we would have been killed, if not today, some other day, serving these madmen.
He gives the sniffle and a hard-working smile.
I understand that it is difficult, and I sympathize. I too abhor violence. But as stated, I am also appreciative that you engaged in it for our benefit. We owe you a debt. standing back up to his full height, he looks up at Minklaw. Don't take this wrong, but I've not seen one of your kind before. I am Lorik. How may I address you?
Oh, I'm Minklaw. And they extend a hand probably around the shoulder height of this human. It's a little too high.
A little high. The Lorik does the awkward thing where he raises his elbow too high to try to shake it. And it's just an awkward affair entirely.
It's very nice to meet you, though.
I am glad to have been rescued, though I do wish we could have met under better circumstances.
Ain't that just the way?
So you said you're the Jobix team. Where are you headed?
We're headed to Tepabone.
Tepabone. That is where I was headed before all my goods were stolen. I know a person there. They're a little bit strange. They're of the water people. They go by the name Grier. Likely they would restore me some of my goods for a small sum. Mind if we share the road?
Not at all. I think we may have been off kilter coming here, but I think I might know a way there.
That would be brilliant. If I'm not mistaken, I was placed with a bag over my head when I was brought here, but if I'm not mistaken, we merely need to head slightly back east. Or is it west?
Zaxxon
Reconnect to the main road.
At this point in time comes over, kneels on the ground, and starts writing Tepabone City Center in the dirt, but he keeps erasing it to try to make it nicer looking. And he hums to himself, and after about 10 minutes, a spectral hand pops up. And if it had eyes, it would look down at the writing and then shake Zaxxon's hand. Everyone, this is my geographical pointing specter, but that's a lot to say, so I just call him GPS. And hey, he'll lead us there.
Liddy, just looks suspicious. How do we trust that and not get lost? Because sometimes it takes you one way and then it diverts you in a different direction with maps and guides and locals and things like that. How can we trust that?
Lorik looks at you. So you've used this GPS before?
No, I've used maps. I don't know what that thing is. And she just eyes the floaty hand suspiciously.
Sus face at the hand.
The hand starts beckoning in the direction. It doesn't like it when I walk past it or ignore it for too long.
Karma,
Yes.
you have been set down and are now being very gently petted and hummed to.
Okay. I do have to clean off the tears. That's not acceptable, but
It's a very important thing.
but the head scritchies are that's fine too. For now.
Oh, excellent.
Also-
Yes.
I'm going to post the spell
Yes,
in
please
Roll20. It's called Guiding Hand. For those mechanically inclined people.
For those who aren't just here for the puns. Who are we kidding? Everyone's here for the puns. Lorik turns his head finally to the very short tiefling kind of gives a squint. And what's your story, little one?
Well, I'm Liddy, and she squints back kind of playfully. And I'm just here for the fun. Oh my gosh, this is just so much fun to play in the games and just be with everybody. And she smiles a kind of devilish smile.
That's the right attitude. This poor fellow that kidnapped us was all competition and no fun. Anyways, he looks over his shoulder at his daughter. Erin, if you are quite done tormenting the cat, I believe these good people are going to help us warm the road. In response, Erin gives Karma just a couple more little pets and then stands up and runs over to her dad.
Karma looks like that. Excuse me, I wasn't done with that yet. Or why?
My cat gives me the same exact look whenever I stop petting. Doesn't
Can
matter how
Mink
long it's been.
see that face from here?
Mink, roll a perception.
Oh, that's an 18.
That's not bad. Yes, you can definitely see that face.
Question:
Yes.
Can Liddy see how much snot?
Yes.
Is that investigation or perception?
That's going to be a perception, but let's resolve Mink first.
Okay.
Mink is gonna crouch down and like rub their fingers together and make a little noise. It's okay, kitty.
Now then, Liddy.
They go ahead.
He just wants to notice, like,
Give me a perception check to see if you notice how much snot is on them. While you were doing that, Karma, what are you doing?
That whole like, yeah, I'm interested. No, I'm not. You should come here. I don't see it. I do. Okay, fine.
So, Liddy, what'd you get on that perception check?
I got a 13, a lucky 13.
Oh yeah, you definitely see all the snot and tears and stuff that Karma is desperately trying to get off of her fur.
Okay, so as Karma is on their way over to Minclaw, I just see their fur just sheen and snot and like little bubbles stuck to the fur, and I'm just like, oh, that poor cat, poor kitty.
I think Minclaw probably sees this but doesn't super care and is just gonna give Karma some little ear scritches anyway.
Zaxxon, give me a perception.
That would be still on spells.
Take time.
Perception. 13.
Hi. You hear the door creak open, and there's a voice. All right, lads. Done with your nonsense. I came back, and I even brought the food. As a dwarvish figure.
You brought food?
They look entirely blankly and drop a bag they were holding. Who are you lot?
We're the Jobix team. This is where they train, right?
Persuade. Or deception, depending on how honest you feel like you're being.
They're both the same for me. And that's in that one. Like, he still has like tears coming down.
I'm just gonna say, in Liddy's character, you must be going through some trauma right now for your dice to pick up on that.
Picking the bag of food back up, they wipe whatever confused look was off their face, and protectively holding it in one arm, they hold a pistol out. All right now, clear out, tell me where the rest are. My name's not Fred.
Zexon wipes his face and kind of gives him a very pitied look. He says, "You're Fred? I'm so sorry, but you're free now."
Sorry for what, gnome?
And he like steps aside, so he has a clear view of his dead comrade. As Zexon starts crying again.
Fred is visibly moved by this, although you're not sure if it's excitement or terror. They look very similar on dwarvish faces that are mostly hidden by facial hair. They step slowly into the room. What happened?
Someone else is gonna have to talk to him. Zaxon's crying. He's not doing so hot right now.
Lydia steps forward and says, "Well, we had some fun, and they got tired, and yeah."
They look rather dead.
Well, okay, tired, dead. I mean, you're still sleeping. One's just for a short time, one's just for a very, very long time, unless you know a guy.
Roll persuade.
Oh, okay. Oh, come on.
Making people who are bad at persuasion checks make persuasion checks is basically my brand. So,
come on, guys.
Can Karma assist with a mind meld?
yes.
Well, this is gonna get interesting. I got a 9.
Okay. Let me see what Fred got.
Please, a 1. Come on, 1.
Fred actually did roll a 1. So, anyway. Fred kind of holsters their pistol, sets down the bag of food. I mean, when you look at it like that, look back at Zaxon. They were really mean lads. Tell you that. Yeah. How can old Fred be of service to you?
Is he taking any note to the spectral hand that's getting more and more impatient? That's pretty much right in front of his face right now, where he's stepped.
Not with a 5 perception.
Lydia steps forward. She kind of slouches a bit, more relaxed now. Seeing as we helped you and freed you and all, we could use some compensation. Maybe some ale to go with this bag of, what is this?
Steak sandwiches. Pick some up at the local trading post. It's only about an hour's walk from here.
So it's going to be probably an hour's walk to get ale. She sighs. This'll be good, I guess. Oh. She picks up the sandwiches. Oh, sorry. Thank you.
You're welcome. One of those was mine. I you can have it if you need it, but I was hungry.
No, she moves forwards and she rummages through the bag as she gives him a sandwich.
Thank you.
All evil. Just 98%. And she goes around handing out. Is that the food?
2, 3, 4, 5.
Victor takes one gladly and demolishes it in about 3.5 bites. Matilda, kind of indicates on the table where she would like one put, but doesn't look up from what she's writing.
Karma's giving everyone the cat version of puppy eyes.
Minclaw takes some of the steak out of their sandwich because they're probably not a super huge fan of meat, and
there is lettuce and tomato on this steak sandwich, so it's
right,
not empty minus the steak.
Beautiful. The steak is for Karma. The rest is for Minclaw.
Nice.
Not gonna lie, a steak sandwich with lettuce and tomato does sound really good, though.
I know, right? I shouldn't do the live stream when I'm hungry. Anyways, Lorik. Liddy notices Lorik eyeing her.
Rude.
Liddy, are you going to offer Lorik a sandwich?
Yes. There is enough sandwiches. I will more than happily offer one. If not, and if there's one sandwich left, sandwich would have been for me, but I take it, break it apart, and hand it to them.
Aw, Liddy does have a heart.
I have a figure to watch. God.
So everyone who eats a sandwich gets to regain 1d6.
D6 plus 4?
Yes.
Alright. Plus 4 will be enough to get me back up to full, so
I assume
I'm not even going to roll that.
No, they are very nourishing, filling sandwiches, almost as good as a full night's sleep.
Zaxxon will take off a strip of the steak, though, and lay it on this guy over here, and be like, "That's for your journeys if you do that thing."
Lorik does kind of step out into the main group. We should bury the dead. Only seems right. He looks around for support.
Yeah, I got big hands. They're very good for digging.
Don't be ridiculous. There's shovels out back.
Big for holding shovels, too.
Can help pick out the perfect spot.
Third time's the charm, Casey.
Yep. Zaxxon gives him a nod and grabs this guy's hands and starts trying to drag him towards
Lorik
the door.
grabs the feet, giving you advantage on your athletics check.
All right. Here we go. Double nat 1. No.
Hey guys.
That is a 6 with advantage.
So it's really rough, but you do make it outside.
He has to set down the hands several times.
Several times. Victor, walks over to one of the other fallen bodies and motions Minklaw to help them.
Oh, yeah. And they'll go. They could probably, just carry one of these, but they'll make it look like they're sharing.
Dreamwork.
Cat is taking extra time to clean.
Extra cleaning time.
Yeah.
Fred moves forward and grabs the feet of the last body with a questioning eyebrow at Liddy.
Of course, I'll help. And she makes a motion to grab the head. Can't really grab it, so just puts her arms underneath the shoulders and help fix it up.
Excellent. Using shovels from out back, you were able to bury them very quickly. Does anyone want to say or do anything, or are you going to let Victor give a warrior's blessing to them and call it done?
Zaxxon just keeps looking over at the spectral hand that has now made it outside the door out there, and is becoming very upset with Zaxxon.
The daughter of Lorik, whose name, if you were paying attention earlier, is Erin, keeps poking at the hand and looking at it very quizzically.
It wants me to follow it.
Can I follow it too? Fred gives a very serious look at Zaxxon. I know I started this on the wrong team, but can I don't have anywhere else to go.
Well, you were on Jobix, right?
Yeah.
Well, then you don't even have to change teams. And he gives him a smile.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Number to beat is 20.
Oh, that's a 6. I meant to roll it normal.
Fred rushes in and gives you an unexpected hug.
Oh, Zaxxon takes it like he likes the hugs.
Thank you. Can I know my new friend's name?
I'm Zaxxon, and that's Gary. And he points over at the hand.
Fred walks over and attempts to shake Gary's hand. What happens?
The hand will probably go with it. Like, he probably can't feel it, but he goes along with the idea of the handshake. And then the hand will probably flip like through him and flip off Zach because he's taken too long.
Karma. Alongside, Maddie starts sweeping all of her books into a bag, throwing them over her shoulder. Well then, little kitty cat, we should probably join the others.
Karma takes a few more desperate licks at Fur and after the group.
With her free hand, before you run off,
Yes.
Maddie does that thing where you put two fingers in your mouth and you let out a loud whistle. And almost like a leaf blower, prestidigitation blows over you, removing all of the residual tears and snot.
Okay. Very cool. There's still some airplane ears going on because loud noises are not okay.
Yes, no, it feels like getting hit with a leaf blower. There you are. Good as new and fluffy to boot.
She'll take a couple licks at the shoulder with that little like. Ugh. Now there's a wet spot on her shoulder. Everything else is fluffy.
Aaron is trying to push the hand into going, and the hand is just glaring at Zaxxon.
Zaxxon walks over to the hand and moves 5 more feet towards the direction that they need to go.
Aaron jumps at it, imitating a cat.
Zaxxon will start running ahead with it, so the hand will keep moving, and then look behind to make sure everyone else is following. It's not hard to keep up with him. He's got small steps.
He's got short little legs. Are you following the hand? Is that the plan?
Taking us to Tepabone City Center,
Excellent.
as written in the dirt.
Let me grab a couple extra tokens that I weren't sure were coming along. So you don't go much further down the road before you encounter a small trading post. There's a few figures gathered around. Hold on for map switch. But very importantly, something you notice right away is the road that you are supposed to be going down is blocked.
By
Soldiers and a barricade.
Okay.
You could probably figure out where the soldiers are from with a investigation and or history check, because uniforms are useful for that.
Sure, Zaxxon probably would have done research, at least on the areas that he was intending on being around. He'll make that history check. Gosh, these rolls today. That's
They
an
are
8.
definitely from some army.
He assumes that all the soldiers are just doing their own thing.
Also, Zaxxon, I'm sorry I copied your token with partial hit points. Please fix that.
Yep, I just saw it. Oh gosh, I don't think I like that statement though.
What?
Does it look like these soldiers are like doing anything?
Besides manning the barricade and arguing with an orc, no.
Can we hear the argument from here?
Roll perception.
14.
Boy, howdy, I keep telling you, I just gotta get my cart through. I ain't scared of no creatures. I ain't gonna get waylaid, and I don't care if I die. It's not your problem. Madam, please calm down. We're here on order of the Council of the Seven to keep citizens safe with the rising of these new mysterious creatures that clearly have ill intent. I don't care about tents! It goes on like that for some time.
I was gonna say, if no one's stopping Zaxxon's probably continuing to follow the hand, because he's not sure that the hand will lead us through there. It might take us around.
The hand is going directly down the road towards the roadblock.
Are other people following, or do they sense definitely wouldn't be sensing danger right now?
Nicola is following.
is being cautious, and the way she's moving is she's ducking and hiding behind things as she's
Do you want to roll
following.
stealth?
Yes, I would love to roll stealth.
While you're doing that, anyone who's paying attention notices that Lorik exchanges a couple words with Maddie, and Aaron stays with the dwarf scholar while Lorik is right at Zaxxon's hip.
Ooh. There's a 23.
You're pretty stealthy. Let's see what perception is. Oh yeah, you're pretty stealthy.
Hum a song from a certain movie, but it's slapped
Mission
with
Impossible or Pink Panther?
Mission Impossible, but Pink Panther's also a good choice.
I know, right? The next one up would be the James Bond theme.
Yeah.
So that would definitely be my C choice. Zaxxon, are you going to run into the orc that is loudly arguing with the soldiers?
He's just following the
I
hand.
think maybe before he straight up runs into like the back of her legs, Mick will like kind of jog up and kind of like put their hand on top of his head.
Okay. Yeah, you see the hand kind of float through this thing, and Zaxxon just about steps through and stops at the hand on the head.
Got a little bit of a barricade there, buddy.
Oh, and he looks up, kind of surprised that there's this giant. Did he say orc or half orc in front?
It is an orc. Though,
Okay.
important meta note. So, like, I don't subscribe to the orcs and drow are evil theory. So, orcs are just, another humanoid race that exists in this world. They happen to be a little more Texan than the rest.
Okay, so Zaxxon probably looks like shakes from his little daydream state, and he kind of sees in front of him, and there's nothing there. And then he looks around, and he sees that he's just like looking between the legs of this gigantic creature, comparatively.
I mean, compared to Minklaw, they're not that large, but compared to you, they're very large.
Yeah. And he turns around to Minklaw and gives a little thank you.
Minklaw nods sagely.
The hand glares at you.
Is the orc taking notice of this hand that just like...
The orc has stopped yelling. He's staring at the hand. Do you take this opportunity to, as it were?
He takes up to the side, be like, excuse me, that's my hand.
What you doing there, Sonny?
And he like jumps back a little startled. Well, we're going that way. And
So
he points to the
I
hand.
tell these nincompoops to get out of the way.
And he approaches the hand as the hand moves further and says, "Okay, can we go through?" To take another step.
The soldier puts a gently restraining hand on your shoulder. Sir, I have to ask that you do not use this road to travel to Tepabone. There have been sightings of unusual creatures, dangerous monsters. Until the situation is cleared up, civilian traffic is strictly prohibited. We do apologize for any inconvenience this causes, but we are acting on orders from the Seven themselves.
But, and he points at the hand. And then he
Yes,
turns
sir,
around.
What of your magic hand? I am uncertain what you're trying to communicate.
To follow it. And he
I'm
turns
sure
back
it
around and
knows a
points
better
at
way.
Minklog and says, they're strong.
Minklaw flexes, making a very unsure face.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Combined rolls. Minklaw, make a strength check. Zaxxon, make a persuasion check.
Okay.
This bard is not persuasive today.
That was a 9?
Double failure.
The soldier is entirely unconvinced.
With their other hand, Minklaw does a thumbs up.
But they've killed skeleton bone things. I promise.
Did you say skeleton bone things? You heard what he said! The soldier looks genuinely interested. Tell me more about these skeleton bones.
Well, they were,
They were just some
Bone-like
bony boys. I don't
creatures.
really know what to say.
but they disappeared. They went into a black pool.
Yeah, they
turned
turned into goo.
Ichor.
But you were able to defeat them?
Zaxxon points back at me.
Minklaw pats their trusty quarterstaff and nods.
Sage nod.
and if you look, it's just as big as Minklog. Maybe they can help too.
The orc looks at Minklaw and looks back at Zaxxon. I don't want help! I just gotta get my cart through to Tepabone! When they say their cart, they do indicate back up over here, if anyone wants to take a look.
Ah, I was wondering where the cart was. I was not zoomed out enough.
Are you ever really zoomed out enough?
Sometimes you're
No, is that Zaxxon definitely has like pen sight.
Karma, Liddy, I'm gonna check in on you two. What are y'all up to?
Karma was sitting up on the highest point she could find for a while.
If you are within arm's reach of that second soldier, you're getting scritches.
Okay. That's fine.
Soldier muttering to himself. Oh, you remind me of my Minky. I miss him a lot. Had to leave him home when I got assigned way out here. While giving you, like, top tier scritches.
she's leaning into it and purring, keeping an eye on the conversation going on with the other two people, but it's not that important right now.
Liddy. Anything?
She is hiding behind the cart, just watching the conversation to see if things are gonna go awry.
Right? Alright. Zaxxon, I need one more persuasion check. Sorry.
I have gotten one roll above a 10 today.
I know. I'm trying to help you get all the bad rolls out before your life is on the line.
Yeah, that's 6 rolls, one with advantage, that have been below 10.
Need to train your dice better.
I'll say that you got a nat 20 last time when he didn't want to kill a guy.
That does make sense. I would think. The soldier kind of leans down. Okay. If you're as big and bad as you say you are, we do have a problem. There's supposed to be a whole squadron of us guarding this town. Everyone except me and Tom here went out to try to destroy these bone creatures and uproot their foothold. If you were willing to verbally agree to seek out their release, I could let you through. But if you die, don't you dare tell my superiors.
You don't need to worry about that. I don't think I can speak if I'm dead. Also, we're apparently filled with rage, and the hand is, like, aggravatingly waving again.
All right, well, keep it quiet. There's plenty here that won't through the pass, but we'll let you and your companions through. Remember, you have to seek out the release of the captives. I don't know where they're being held.
And he kind of looks around and says, where's Liddy? She's good at this stuff.
What you doing, Liddy?
I need her.
Look around from the caravan right here to behind the house right here, this little second house. And I believe this is a forge right here, right behind the fence.
It is.
So she has been sneaking around. And is she able to... Do I need to roll perception to see if she's heard this conversation? If she was within earshot?
Jackson would have mentioned Liddy loud enough that I think you could have at least heard the last part.
So you heard everything up to when the soldier started whispering about letting Zaxxon through the pass, but then Zaxxon spoke up saying, we need to talk to Liddy. And you definitely heard that part.
Okay. And in retort, when I hear my name, I would like to say, you shouldn't fear the monsters. You should fear us. And I come out from behind the fence line.
Roll intimidation with advantage because you were stealthed.
Ooh, okay.
I love how excited people get when I say advantage.
Wait. I get to roll twice. Okay, let's just
That
forget
is
about
true.
that next one.
Oh my.
Okay,
That would've
well,
been funny.
just keep that 2. And minus 1.
Guys, hopefully the break fixes this.
No, it's a 1.
The soldiers are unimpressed. But the orc is like, yeah, listen to that one. They look tough.
And she just stands there with her hands on her hips and that awkward confidence, like, I got this. Not realizing how much she just looks so silly.
And the guards are just looking at all these tiny creatures.
Yes. Well, one of the guards is. The other one's like now two-handed belly scritches karma.
Ooh, that's dangerous territory.
Someone get a sword!
You know what's dangerous? With advantage, you roll a 1 and then you roll a 2.
What's dangerous is just how close you were to Snake Eyes on that advantage.
I know!
Lorik motions you all over. Karma, do you abandon the scritches to join the huddle?
Nah.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, if you do, you're gonna have to make an intelligence saving throw, like...
She'll watch them walk off and think about it, but nah.
Lorik speaks softly. Okay. So if I understand right, they're willing to let us through, but only if we secure the release of their captives, correct?
that doesn't mean we have to release the captives. As long as we get through, that's the main idea, right?
Yes,
I mainly heard that as long as we don't tell anyone if we die.
that is also true. But that actually brings me to my second point. I do not wish to endanger my daughter.
Well, what if we tried to either take care of it or find a different passage and then come back and get you guys?
That does seem reasonable. If I were to wait here with my daughter, would you want to leave, was it Matilda, with me and take Fred along for backup firepower? Fred is just nodding vigorously.
Guys, you're missing the easiest path here. We just lie. She throws her hands out like, duh.
Lie about what exactly?
Gonna take care of the bony boys, and then we just don't. We just keep on going.
Then how am I supposed to get my daughter through safely to Lepkit?
Oh, right. We got a free cap. I mean, we don't have to free captives. Lady just kind of scratches her head like she didn't really think this through. Always seems to work.
What do you think, Minkla?
Well, it seems like we've already saved some captives before, so it might as well just do it again. You were captives.
That is very true, and you did a bang-up job of rescuing us. Fred, you're on board with all this? More vigorous nodding. Now, just if that cat can be convinced to leave its new best friend, we might actually be in business.
Maybe if we promise her another steak sandwich.
Well, it seemed she was more interested in the steak than the sandwich, though.
Well, right, but I only want the rest of the sandwich. She can have the steak.
Seems like a good deal, then. How do you support that frame and physique with so little protein?
Beans.
That does make sense.
Liddy just stares dumbstruck at the conversation.
Well then, I shall go inform Matilda and Erin of the plan. Maybe that rather loud orc can be convinced to give us passage on their cart once the road is open.
Oh my gosh, that is a great idea. My feet are tired.
Lorik gives Lydia a weird.
Excuse you, but walking around my height is terrible.
All right, Lorik goes over and is speaking in soft voices to his daughter Erin and the dwarf Matilda.
Zaxxon wishes him to be safe and starts headed back to Karma. Down. Says, I'm sorry, Karma, but I think we're gonna start following Gary again. And as Karma is still just like laying there, he says, Karma?
Has how do I ask the question? I don't even has there been any indication in the way that he is petting Karma how his cat might act?
There is definitely some caution.
So Minky is a tacky boy, huh?
Apparently.
love me, love me. Okay, that's enough.
Your loving has been sufficient. Now lose your hands. Come on up, Blink.
She'll give a little nip between the thumb and first finger and sit up. And then I do want she's gonna mind meld and probably freak this poor man out. But then she'll go for one more rub on his hand and mentally communicate Minky misses you, and then just leave.
Roll a charisma saving.
Charisma saving throw. Okay, give me a second. That's a 19.
He is moved to tears and begins just openly weeping, missing his Minky.
Minkla just kind of pats him on the shoulder. You're all right there.
He leans in for a hug if you don't resist.
Oh, absolutely, he gets a hug.
Everybody gets hugs.
We're a very loving group.
Another thing we need t-shirts of.
Friendly reminder, everyone, always remember to spay and neuter your pets and adopt locally. And foster.
Yes. Yes, 1,000 times yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. All right. Are y'all moving on?
He wants to come up to the orc and ask, "Hey, can I have a ride?"
Hey!
Oh, hello. Hi. Can I have a ride? Can we have a ride?
You get these latios to open up the road, I'll give all your ride.
Cool. Tone it down a bit, but loving the enthusiasm.
Tone it down. This is my inside voice.
Oh, wow. Okay. I would love to see your outside voice.
What's your name?
The whole time he's talking, she's just like flinching, like putting her arms to the side, like at a reflex of drawing your pistols. Like, okay, cool. What's your name?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, Pia.
Oh, Pia?
That's right. See, get it right.
Oh,
Dallas, if you wouldn't mind, in either the Discord or the Roll20, could you put these names so we know how to spell them? Opia, Aaron, Lorik. I think I know how to spell Fred and Tom.
I don't know, Tom could have a surprise H. You don't know.
2 M's.
Thumb.
TAUMM.
With an E on the end. Tom.
Seemingly done yelling at the guards, Opia starts moving herself back to her cart, muttering the whole way very loudly.
Liddy just comes to the rest of the group and asks, "Hey guys, if we invite Opia with us, can someone else like talk to her? Does anyone have anything that can plug?" And she points at her ears. That out. Or anything to knock me out. Hey! And she looks over at Minkla. If she comes with us and we ride in our caravan, just knock me out. Can you do that?
You want me to knock you unconscious?
Yes. Just for a little bit.
Saxon pulls out something from his box and starts messing with it.
I don't know if that's the best option. I do have a lot of like dried flowers and seeds and stuff, which maybe you could shove in your ears and maybe you wouldn't hear it, but you also might not be able to get them back out again.
She gladly opens up her hands and she says through clenched teeth, "I'll cross that bridge when I get there."
Okay, well, why don't we just wait until we're back with this yelling woman?
Karma will helpfully advise with a mind meld so as not to completely freak out this poor soldier guy.
Or Tom.
Yeah, Tom was the one petting you.
Just flatten your ears.
Oh, I can do that, but I don't know if Liddy can.
Liddy proceeds to try to fold her ears inside.
Give me a Constitution check. How good is your control over your own body?
This should be interesting. All right. Wow. Okay. That's 12.
Try as you might, you only manage in giving yourself a mild headache.
She already had that, so.
You make your mild headache slightly more severe.
Zaxxon would walk over to Lydia at this point in time and say, I know I'm not very good at pleasing you so far, but here. And he holds out some plugs that he's kind of shaped out of some sealing wax that he had. I hope these will fit.
With eyes lit up, Liddy fully takes these and mounts them.
On perception checks that involve hearing.
Take an action to take them out.
Probably a bonus action.
A bonus action. Okay.
But you can carry them with you and put them in really quick if you are talking to loud orcish women.
Okay, good. Because right now I'm just getting them.
I was going to say,
Getting them ready.
Nice.
Sorry.
Does it also give her advantage against thunder-based attacks?
I would definitely say so. If you can get them in your ears before any kind of sonic-based attack comes, you would get advantage resisting.
Nice.
All right. On the road again. All tokens are on the bottom of the map. You set out on the road. It's a little bit chilly as you're coming down into the more sheltered swamplands of Lepkit. You're getting into an area that's very open to the winds and it's just always wet. So the cold weather cuts right through your clothing and there's always frost on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing?
Karma's shaking her feet with each step.
Naturally. How long until Karma just rides on Minklaw's shoulder?
I was about to ask, do you want to ride?
Please. I don't like this weird stuff on my toes.
Poor Whittle Beans. Poor Whittle Beans.
Nobody likes cold beans.
And we're back to the beans again.
More beans.
Zaxxon would take out his scholar's robes and wrap them around his instrument, the metal part that comes up, the speaker, so to say, because the cold weather's not good for the tuning of his metal device.
Down on the ground, we're on a trail now. Is
They're
that
on
right?
a proper road,
A
actually.
proper road? Okay. Can I roll an investigation to see if there? Can I roll an investigation to see if the road's like cobblestone, if it's dirt, if there's any tracks, if it's dirt?
So it's rather hard-packed earth that's always semi-frozen, so it stays really solid.
Mm.
Except for the very thin layer of sludge on top.
That sludge on top. Roll an investigation to see if there's any kind of markings, any kind of trail.
What are you looking for? Indications of bone creatures?
Indication of bone creatures or anything left by the captives, like if they were, if there's a lost shoe, piece of
Yeah,
clothing.
give me an investigation.
Okay. All right. That is 14.
14. Okay, so you don't see any signs of the captives. But while you're looking around, you do catch an odd sight. You see two small mounds of earth that they look recently disturbed. They are, let me mark them on your map. Yeah, my mouse is giving me grief. Here and here. Oh, wrong layer. My apologies. Here and here. So, bada boom, bada bing.
Okay. Bring that up to everybody and say, anybody else notice? Does anybody notice that in the distance? It looks like it's weird. It's like almost like two heads sticking out of the ground. It's so rounded. It looks weird. Maybe they're rocks. I don't know. Because from that distance, I can't. Can I see that it's dirt?
You'd have to get a little bit closer to see what's actually up.
Okay.
How much closer are you getting?
I only moved up a little bit.
You're gonna need to get like here-ish at minimum.
Minimum. Can I roll a perception to see if there's anything hostile around here or around here as I'm walking?
Definitely. While you're rolling that, is anyone else doing anything?
Well, I take it that Liddy's not being very subtle about looking around for stuff.
11.
Liddy, are you being subtle?
No, because I imagine if it's cold and this is hardened earth with sludge on top, every step we take is probably making some kind of noise, like either a sloshing sound or a crunching sound. Yeah.
Well, not
So
as
you
in
do
like
not see any danger in those bushes, Liddy. Zaxxon.
Well, if he sees that Liddy's like trying to look around and stuff, he'll probably stop and then kind of give the finger to the lips thing to the rest of the group and then see the hand beckoning again, and give a much sharper finger to a lip thing to the hand.
Nice touch. Minklaw, what are you up to?
Sorry, I had to pull up something about furbolgs in my handbook real quick. Yeah, okay.
I'm terrified.
So furbolgs have an ability called Speech of Beast and Leaf, where I have the ability to communicate in a limited manner with beasts and plants. They can understand me, but I have no real special ability to understand them in return. But even with that, I think, like, this is a bush right here, right?
Yes.
Minklaw is gonna kind of, like, get close to the shrubbery and, like, lean in conspiratorially, be like, hey, man, is it good here?
Roll nature.
And Karma's gonna give Minklaw a really weird look.
When the cat's looking at you funny.
You know you're doing something strange.
That's a big 5.
The shrubbery remains suspiciously silent.
That's what I thought.
Fred is scratching their head. They don't know what to do with that.
You said Fred's a dwarf, right?
Fred is a dwarf.
Okay.
Fred is a dwarf with that well-braided facial hair and bulky clothing that gives off a really strong androgynous vibe. Why do you ask?
Oh, if he was a large creature, Zaxxon would probably go up behind him and be like, I'm going to stand here because Lydia's making me nervous. But he's not. And so Zaxxon would probably... actually, he'd probably still go and stand behind the dwarf. Even though his instrument would probably stick out above the dwarf's head.
Nice. Very nice. Liddy, what you doing?
Lydia is moving ever so closer to the 2 mounds. Just notice her surroundings. Can't be stealthy because she's chin.
Can't be stealthy because she's crunchy.
As she gets closer, does she start to notice that it's not like heads, it's not a perfect shape, it's more of the dirt mounts if she's right here.
So go ahead and roll investigation.
Awesome. All right, investigation. 22.
22.
Nice.
So something jogs in the back of your memory. When you were in the bar, the bone creatures came up out of the floor.
She stops where she is, careful to not make any more noise. She turns around and she starts waving her arms, and then she points at the 2 mounds. She has a cutting motion with her neck, like cut motion, point, cut motion.
So what are you trying to communicate?
I'm trying to communicate that mounds are deadly. So pointing at the mounds and doing the cutting motion with my neck, like signifying lopping off the head.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
One of the other people in this group gets to choose if they understand what Liddy is all about. Who wants to try to interpret what Liddy is not saying?
Whoa.
Would this be an insight check?
It would be an insight check.
I can try.
I don't know if this is a lucky number or not, but I got 13.
Nice. You need to beat Liddy's sleight of hand check in order to understand what Liddy is trying to communicate.
Okay, I did. That's a 17.
Nice. So you understand perfectly, and you're a good one to have understand because now you can mind meld and tell everyone else.
3 times in a row.
By the time you get to Fred, you're just like,
The dart's
no.
Dart's gonna kill us, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. Nobody tells me anything.
Looks like a good litter box to me.
What you doing? Anyone?
Zaxxon very hesitantly pulls out his crossbow, but he's not actually going to fire it until he sees skeletons because he's really afraid about killing something that he
He's
doesn't
really
want to kill.
done killing people. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, Claus sees him do that and kind of gets ready with the quarterstaff hand, but like doesn't fully get it out. It's really like whip it up and give a good smack to a skeleton if necessary.
Everyone else get ready. Fred pulls their pistol and gives that eyebrow, asking, "You want me to pull?"
Liddy moves forward, seeing everybody else get ready. She sighs, and then she immediately jumps forward and starts stamping on the ground, trying to draw out their attention. Like, oh my god, this is so much fun! I love this now. This is amazing. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, this is so fun. Can I make angels? Are those angels?
Now would be a really great time to roll initiative. And then we are going to take, once we have everyone's initiative roll processed, we are going to take our halftime break. Because yes, as soon as Liddy starts stomping around, 2 of the bone creatures from before leap out of the ground. Fred got a 16 initiative. I'm proud of Fred.
I feel like this is good rolling to story because, like, we all got reasonably high because we were ready for them. But yet, Zaxxon got one of the lowest in the group because he wants to make sure that they're not things he doesn't want to kill.
Yeah.
And I just rolled 3 nat 6s in a row on the same die, so that one's in jail now. So
That one is now in jail. All right. Anna, take us away.
All right, everyone. Well, we will be going on a short break. Don't you worry, though. We'll be back to face those bone demons. While we do have that break, I want to point out that while we do love our cast, we absolutely could not do this without our fantastic crew. So for this session, we deeply appreciate Prog's props for their battle maps, the artwork of Daniel Skaggs, aka Seekski, on DeviantArt for bringing our host of characters to life, Pokey Pony on Fiverr for creating our beloved character Zaxxon and other art soon, and we'll be right back to the adventure in just a few short minutes at 8:40 Central Time. Thank you so much. We will talk to y'all again soon. I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and unmute the stream so we can chitter chatter back into normalcy.
Okay, I see some thumbs. Is Sarah back yet? Bailey,
Not
you
yet,
can
apparently.
cuddle. You
Still
can't
muted, so.
stand on my platter. It's not allowed.
He's too big to be a lap boy.
But he wants to be a lap boy so bad.
I know this.
I'm really tempted. Okay, so I have good friends in the SCA, and I am so tempted to see if I can get him a suit of doggy armor, dress him up,
Theo!
and do a Theo photo shoot. I'm here for it. I just got to talk to the right people.
That'd be nice.
And then
I
we got to
support
get
this 10 out of 10.
then we got to get him a suit of doggy armor. Got to get him all fitted for it. He'd do it too. He normally, when we go hiking and stuff, he'll carry a pack full of water. Like the weight would not disturb him in the slightest.
The good boy.
And he's used to wearing doggy boots when it's hot outside, so I can put things around his ankles and stuff, and it doesn't bother him.
I need him to teach my dog to be like that, because if we put on her winter coat, which she needs because it's cold, she refuses to pee.
Oh, that's hard. Sarah, you back?
Yes, I am. Sorry. We were talking about doggy armor. I didn't want to laugh on Mike.
No, you're good. You're good.
Huzzah!
We need to, as we do this show, get in the habit of kind of just getting back in the channel and chit-chatting to make sure our audience knows we're back before immediately jumping back into meat and bone stuff.
Okay, that's good, because I've always wanted to talk just whenever I get back, and but I haven't known if we were allowed to do that or not.
We're definitely allowed to. I just usually leave my mic off because I'm screaming at the top of my lungs about whatever's going on, whether it's in glee or terror.
But we want to hear that, Dallas.
No, no.
We do, though.
Lydia, I just saw your message to me, and yes, the pulling was definitely a low-key COH dog whistle.
I got it.
Back to the game. Two bone creatures just popped out of the snow. Karma, it's your turn.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to thought spear one of these guys. They should be in range. It's 120 feet.
Oh, they should definitely be in range. Let's
Oh,
see a
and
tape
quick
on the
question:
field.
Did we jump too far into this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Zach can go after Liddy, since we rolled
Yes,
the same.
that's absolutely fine.
Okie dokie. So thought spear on that dude right there.
Now,
Yeah.
for thought spear, he's gonna roll a saving throw. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, he has to beat a 13. And
Which
that's,
he failed to do.
okay, I was gonna say it's intelligent, so I would think
Well,
he
then he
probably
really failed.
should fail. Oh snap! Where's my stuff written down with what the? Sorry. Pause a half a second here.
Good.
My
Take your
bad.
time.
I gotta remember what the what the damage roll is. I apparently don't have it
Is
written
it
down.
1d8 or is it 1d10?
No, it's definitely not 10. It might be 8, but I don't. Where's it at? I had it written down somewhere. I must have somehow erased it. I think it is 8. Do you want me to
Okay.
roll an 8 and I'll find it later? And
Roll an 8, find it later. That sounds
Okay.
reasonable. I'll work on pulling it up too.
okay,
So I have access to that rule set and PDF. I just have.
I rolled an 8, so there you go.
So as you mentally invade creature, it actually holds its head in pain. You didn't just hit it, you hit it hard.
Good. How high is this little bank here?
Point again.
Right here. To our left.
Not terribly high. There's some rocky outcroppings coming up about 2 or 3 feet off the low, soggy road, but that's it.
Because Carmen's not going to want to stay on Minkla's shoulder in melee. It's not a good plan.
Why not? I can think of no way this goes wrong.
So she's going to at least attempt to jump over there. If it's not that high, then it should only be about, like, there should be somewhere for her to jump that's Minkla's shoulder height, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to roll anything, or just...
Give me an acrobatics check just to be sure you don't completely blunder it up.
Bungle?
We'll go with bungle.
Acrobatics. Oh, it's a nat 20, so no.
Oh, you're good.
She's flying.
You make it look effortless.
Like a true cat.
Mm-hmm. That's the goal, isn't it?
Precisely. Okay.
Thought Spear is the one you're using?
Yes.
Right? It is 1d8.
1d8. That's what I thought.
Yep.
I just had to pull it up again.
All right.
Sorry.
Pulling up their pistol, fires at the other one, missing it entirely. Maybe Fred isn't that useful after all. Liddy, it's your turn. Besides dancing on the snow, what are you up to?
I would like to go after the spooky, scary skeleton right here with the rapier.
Which spooky one?
The one on the left.
All right, go ahead and move into melee range and do so.
And I rolled a 16.
A 16, that is a hit.
Nice. So 1d6.
If you're using a rapier, that's 1d8. And don't forget to add your dexterity modifier to the damage.
Ooh, nice. That's going to be a 9.
Talk to me about how you kill this fool.
I take the rapier and I go into what I believe is the gut region of the spooky, scary skeleton, and I just kind of shake the rapier around.
Excellent. They melt into a pile of black goo.
Nice.
Zaxxon.
Zaxxon will go ahead and take that light crossbow and shoot it at the other one.
With some newfound vigor now that Zaxxon knows these are
Now that it's
not
not a human. That would be a 22.
Nice.
Holy.
Finally got all those low rolls out.
Don't jinx it.
For 5 piercing damage.
The crossbow lands solidly in its chest cavity. An important point. While these do have bones sticking out of them, they are not straight up skeletons. There is some fleshy bits.
Okay. And he calls out to Liddy. Don't forget about the other one, but we're trying to cover your back. You got him. And gives Bardic Inspiration to Liddy.
Nice. Speaking of the other one, Liddy, what's your armor class?
My armor class is a 13.
It comes up behind you and grabbing some sort of not terribly long, but very heavy short sword, swings down and stabs it hard into your shoulder for 11 damage.
Whoa, okay. Then that is bad. That is very bad.
How bad is very bad?
I'm at -1 hit points bad.
Ooh.
Ouch. So you are down and unconscious. We will begin rolling death saving throws on your next turn. Minklaw, you just watched Liddy drop.
Ooh. Okay. Hold on.
As Lydia is going down, can she mutter, "Where's your manager?"
Yes.
Love it.
So
The bone creature says, at the fortress with the others. Why do you ask?
Nice.
okay. Minkla can only go like halfway there. But may as well hold on.
Throw the mug.
I could. No, I need that mug to drink out of later.
Need it later.
But I might throw a lucky rock.
Nice.
But I don't have that built into my character sheet. What do you want me to roll for lucky rock?
So first roll a fate die. So roll 1d(f) in roll 20. Okay. So fate die either come up positive, negative, or null. You got a null. So rather than having you roll at either advantage or disadvantage, I'm just going to have you roll normally. This is going to be a dexterity check. And if it hits, it'll do 1d4 damage.
Okay.
Plus your strength. Because how hard are you chucking the rock?
I mean, beefing it. You said rolling dex, right?
For the ranged attack. And you are not proficient.
That is a 13.
That is a miss.
Rip.
Nice try, though. Karma, you also just watched Liddy go down.
Yeah. So I'm going to use light step, so I can move the full 40 feet to get there. And, whoops.
Cat CPR. Tiefling.
No, I'm going to focus on psychic or psionic restoration. And she's going to touch her nose to Liddy's arm and automatically stabilize.
Nice.
Yes.
So what that means, Liddy, is you don't have to start rolling death saving throws.
Okay, good. Because do I still have bardic inspiration, or that went away as soon as I went down?
Hypothetically, you still have it.
Yes. Okay.
Wake up inspired.
I don't think anything gets rid of bardic inspiration unless you don't use it in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Fred, undeterred, fires another shot. Hits this time, dealing 4 damage. Liddy, you are stable, but you are on the ground. And barely conscious. What are you going to do?
I'm talking very weak because I don't have a lot. Do I have anything like hit point wise? Do I have at least?
You hypothetically have 1 hit point.
Oh, so I am very, very weak.
Yeah.
I want to grab Bone Guy that stabbed me and say, "You bastard," and take the rapier and try to shank his ankles.
You're sure you're not just going to draw a pistol and fire it?
Oh wait, yeah, I want to draw a pistol and fire.
Roll it.
Karma's like paws overhead as soon as the pistol comes out.
It's with my 1 hit point. I realized Liddy had a pistol, so I got a 17.
Nice.
That is definitely a hit. Roll 1d6 for damage, add your dexterity mod.
Ooh, 5. Still going for the
Blow
ankles, though.
its head off. and it melts into a pile of goo.
Too bad you weren't ahead of me. Oh, I wish that would have been cooler.
Out of combat, what's everyone doing?
I want my
Zaxxon
rock
runs-
back.
I'm just laying in the ground.
Think roll investigation to see if you can find your lucky rock. Zaxxon, what was that?
What was hit? How was Liddy hit?
Liddy was stabbed in the upper right shoulder. The cut went almost all the way from the end of the shoulder down into the primary spine, through the shoulder blade.
Oh gosh.
In my delirium, I'm just like, la 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 la.
So he goes ahead and casts where is it? Repair wounds, and it like makes a solid brace that goes across the chest and on the shoulder, kind of pushing the arm against the body to keep pressure on both sides.
Mhm.
And you regain 9 hit points, but you have disadvantage using that arm until we take a short rest and you remove it. Or you can remove it at any time, but then you lose your 9 hit points.
Liddy, where does 9 hit points put you? Liddy?
Oops, sorry, I was muted. 9 hit points puts me back at full health. I was also asking, my right arm is now compromised, right?
Yes, your right arm is compromised, but you are, because of your character build, relatively ambidextrous. So you're not going to be able to fire 2 pistols in a turn, but you can still definitely fire 1 without a problem.
I sit up, just jolt up like, oh my god, that was such a ow, rush, ow.
You might want to take it a little easy. You still lost a lot of blood. I don't really. I'm not able to put that back in you.
You start collecting the blood out of the ground with a syringe and putting it back.
Oh my.
I rolled a 12 for rock.
You find your lucky rock.
Okay. Kind of clean all the gross stuff off it.
Well, it missed and it just hit the snow, so...
Okay, good, good.
Unless you think snow is gross, which is sad.
It's cold, but
Was
cold
Karma
never
there first?
bothered me anyway.
Karma where?
In the snow area that the rock was on.
Karma's sitting on the rock.
Karma sees the rock, intentionally puts paw on top of rock. I don't know what you're talking about. I would like to investigate the pile of dirt or hole or whatever that this guy over here jumped out of.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Let me do that. That's not great. That's a 9.
So it literally just looks like a hole in the ground. Sure. It's about 4 feet deep.
I'm gonna look around. Are there any other suspicious looking dirts in either
Yeah.
direction?
I was going to say Zaxxon would definitely be looking around for more of that as well.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Liddy is trying to figure out if she can work with one arm. Like, she's looking at the gash and she's like, does this mean like this arm can be controlled outside my body? And she just starts poking.
Oh. You do not see any more suspicious dirts. What you do see is suspicious smoke coming up from down this way, to your left. However, Zaxxon, your loyal hand is leading you this way.
Would vanish after I cast another spell.
Oh, never mind then.
I mean, Zaxxon, if no one else is saying anything, is probably down on the ground starting to write down the name of the city again in nice enough handwriting that his hand will agree to come back. But it's going to take 10 minutes if anyone wants to grab him to go in a different direction.
Liddy just turns and says to Fred, "See, if you know a guy, it's just like sleeping."
Excuse me, I'm not a guy.
Sorry.
It's all right, to be honest.
That skeleton thing did mention that there was a fortress, I think. She kind of taps her head to see if she's still all there after with death coming back. I think he mentioned a fortress somewhere. You know, where his manager is. I don't know if it's really his manager. I think he was just giving me something.
Yeah, I don't know what a manager would be for a guy like that, but there is some smoke over in that direction, and I don't know if that's a good thing. They'll point towards where the smoke is coming from.
Zaxxon stops briefly because he doesn't want to mess up any of his letters by not looking, and looks up and says, "Well, if this is training, I'm good with this training. I like this better than our other training."
10 out of 10 for non-human killing training.
Well, if we're going to go in the direction of smoke, I vote someone else takes the how do I put this? Spooky scaries on. I don't want it.
Yeah, that was too close for you.
Yeah. What's that supposed to mean? Are you making a short joke for my thing?
I don't know how to make a joke, so...
I can't hear you
No.
from all the way up there.
Most people can't.
Did they give you a name for the fortress? Gary could show us where it is.
No, all I heard was fortress, and then there was darkness. And then there was snow. Then there was you guys.
He takes
So,
another look over at your arm.
What are we doing then?
He takes another look at Lily's arm. Maybe we should take a rest. There seems to be something over there. And he points towards the smoke.
Captives, maybe?
Oh, I was thinking like N hotel.
Tavern?
Campfire.
Any of those are nice.
I mean, I could go look. I didn't get involved before, so maybe I should go look.
Zaxxon would accompany you if you wanted accompaniment.
Okay, yeah. Let's go.
Fred is more than willing to stay behind with Liddy unless Liddy wants to like sneak along.
Liddy does not want to risk her neck anymore. She's just going to stand by, keep an eye on things while they're leaving, and just continue to poke her arm.
Karma, what are you doing?
I don't know. Am I stuck in a tree or can I get out of the tree?
Why would you be stuck in a tree?
I
Because
thought you were using the litter box. Oh,
trees. That doesn't take that.
you don't know my cat.
So are you going with them, Karma, or are you gonna stay behind with Liddy?
I'll go.
All right. Probably roll a stealth check.
You know
You
that
just
thing I'm
really know how to make me roll things that are awesome that aren't you.
just so good. That's a 12.
Hey, I got 16.
I got a 17.
Those are terrible. Let's see what the guards got.
For being
Yeah.
non-rogues, I think they're actually pretty good.
Being like the size that I am, I feel like a 12 is about as good as we can get.
As much as we can reasonably ask for.
Carrying around a giant instrument that's slightly... I think 16 is pretty good too.
Cresting the hill, before you in a valley lies what appears to be some sort of large fortress. You cannot see inside of it, but you can see that the drawbridge is down and that there's a large wooden doors blocking the entrance. It is also completely surrounded by a stone wall no fewer than 20 feet high. What do you do?
Are there any windows for a cat to jump in?
An excellent question. Roll me some investigation.
It's in that one.
How are you going about investigating this?
I don't know. Apparently not. Just wandering around, looking at it, or at the
Step on the
ground.
drawbridge.
No, I would smack the drawbridge first. I was looking for like windows here.
What's your armor class?
None. It's not
I
quite
don't. I don't believe that.
It's 13.
An arrow comes flying out one of the windows.
So there are
Hitting-
windows.
There are hitting you for 6 damage.
Yeah, no, I'm running. Bye.
You hear someone say, "Hey, nice shot!"
Can I see where this voice came from?
Window. Right here.
Can I see the people inside the window?
There appear to be bony people.
Who shoots at a nice little kitty cat?
They're getting thought speared.
All right. They failed their check.
So, at 2. It's 2. I'm still running away.
You hear a bell ringing. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna get out my quarterstaff.
Anyone else? Your stunned silence is very reassuring.
Zaxxon would probably have pulled out his crossbow, getting ready to shoot back at it since it shot at
Wait,
Karma.
is Liddy and Fred still left behind?
You're not terribly far behind. Everyone else just barely crested the hill.
Okay.
So you can definitely join this once you hear the ruckus.
Actually, is there like a thing over here?
Mm-hmm. There's the ruins of a old mill.
Okay, well, he doesn't know if Minkla was actually stealthed, and they probably think that Karma's just a cat. So he will probably run over here, and right before he starts, right before he gets behind it, he'll start cranking on his phonograph and then duck behind there to be out of Arrow's reach.
Okay, creating a distraction.
Yeah, trying to bring their sights over to this area versus the main road.
Roll intimidation.
Uh, that is an 11.
Let's see how easily intimidated these guys are. You succeed in diverting their attention. How? Not even the gods know that.
Minkla will use that opportunity to get a little bit closer and get prepared to just, deck whoever comes out, although they might just pew pew from their safety of their fortress.
You are still stealthed.
With my 12.
Their perception is still lower than that. So
Nope.
We do not condone target practice on kitty cats. That's a fact. No, all they know is that there was a cat, and then someone inside the fortress got attacked. They're not aware inherently till Zaxxon exposed himself that they're under attack from outside. So it might behoove y'all to kind of wait and see what they do.
Yeah, that's my plan. I'm not going any closer than this.
I was going to say, Zaxxon's not even going to peep his head out because he doesn't want to be shot. He just wanted his friends a chance to get away.
Can Liddy hear the bells or the?
Liddy hears all of this. Zaxton's cheesy phonograph music, the bell ringing.
Are they still looking at Karma, or at least in her direction?
No, because they feel like they're under attack, and how could it possibly be a kitty cat? Liddy, you can definitely kind of come over the hill and see what's up.
Okay, because at this point in time, when she hears the bells and Zaxxon playing on the metal instrument, she's packing snow on her right arm, and she hears this, and she's like, "Oh my God, not even 5 minutes! It's not even 5 seconds! Come on, Fred, time to go save the day and not get compensated, I guess." She pulls out her pistol and starts to sneak over the crest.
The door opens. You can see just inside, and two very confused bone creatures come out. Who do you think it was that got an attack in? How do they know we've got the prisoners here? I ain't been a traveler in weeks.
Zaxxon quits playing his music.
Music stops. No, there was a little fella with a funny metal thing. We're supposed to bring him back in, add him to the other prisoners.
Can Karma? Is this a bush that Karma's hiding behind?
Yes.
Can I'll have rustle through the bush.
Zaxxon would prepare a vicious mockery and ready to run away if he could do that as soon as he sees someone.
Okay. I do need some initiative rolls.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Dallas.
I got you, boo-boo. All right, Minklaw, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Okay, well, I'm still stealthed, yes? I would like to creep up behind this dude and just bonk him over the top of the head with the quarterstaff.
Roll with advantage. Roll with advantage for bonk.
Roll for bonk. Yeah, that's a 21.
Nice.
Nice. That's a hit.
Okay, let me get out my
Roll the
D6.
Just bonk him all the way down to the ground.
Plant him like a...
So that is an unfortunately low amount of damage. That's 4 bludgeoning.
Yeah,
But
you crack him pretty hard.
with my bonus action, I would like to unarmed strike him, and with another hand, just kind of smack him upside the back of the head.
The Gibbs slap.
Yes.
Yes. Which I assume is not with advantage because he's been hit once. He knows what's happening.
He knows what's up.
He was hit on top of the head. Does he know what's up?
That's a very good. He knows something is up, literally.
Maybe.
It's still a dirty 20 to hit.
Nice.
Roll me some of that damage.
And that's 6 points of damage.
Nice. I love how you roll higher on the lower roll.
Well, okay, so I rolled literally a 1 on the D6 and then a 3 on a D4. So, you know, like you do.
It always happens.
Yep.
He is quite out of it.
So he doesn't know what's up. And maybe
Karma.
he's still self. Yeah, she's gonna take the time to lick this wound that she now has and gain back
Have an arrow through you.
3 hit points. So there.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Liddy.
I want to go after the bone guy that's in front of Zaxxon with my pistol.
Fire away.
Okay, I got a 15 to hopefully hit.
That does hit.
Awesome. Okay. 7.
Nice. A good hit there. Fred is very encouraging.
How loud is Fred talking?
Not very.
Okay, good.
But your gunshot was very loud.
You hear a little ah! As it goes flying by Zaxxon.
Nice. Speaking of Zaxxon, you can see this guy. What was that about vicious mockery?
Oh, if I'm going right after he will probably act like that was his own to this guy, stick out his tongue, and run further behind.
Are you sticking out your tongue as vicious mockery? Is that what I'm to understand?
If that's all right with you. I mean, I can add a verbal component.
I am perfectly fine with it. I'm just very curious. I'm making sure I understand you.
Yeah, I can go ahead and blow raspberry.
He got a 9 on his saving throw.
That's fantastic.
And I'll do
man.
1 psychic damage, and he has disadvantage on his next attack. About as much as sticking out your tongue would do. Just hurt your pride a little bit.
Fred takes a shot, following Liddy's example, and hits for 4 damage. These bone blows are looking pretty, weak in the mouth. But as they turn to make an attack on these newfound assailants, a creature appears flying over the gates of the fortress.
The manager.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, that totally has to be the manager.
What is the meaning of this? Gods, bring them in and put them with the others. And so the guards set about doing that. This one moves purposefully to try to catch the one who just stuck their tongue out at him. And this one's with the meat cleaver at Minklaw. Minklaw, what's your AC?
14.
Yeah, it misses you.
Dope.
And it's your turn,
Okay.
Minklaw.
I will bonk him over the head with the quarterstaff again.
Picking up all the field demons and bonking them over the head.
Yeah. Little bony foo-foo running through the forest.
Picking up the bone, guys. Bumping them on the head.
That's a 9. That does not hit, though. That's a 9.
Minklaw was too preoccupied with limericks
Yep.
and missed their attack.
Yep. Hold on, I have to look up. Oh, I can still take an unarmed strike as a bonus action because of monk things, so I'm gonna do that.
Well, no, it's just like anyone wielding 2 weapons can still make a second attack if they make their first attack.
Yeah. That's worse. It's a 7.
Wait, it gets worse.
I'm only
He's over here giving him a nice, relaxing fanning.
just, whiff, whiff. That's it.
All right. Karma.
I'm going to use Rock Spear on this one. This seems to be getting closer.
Seems this one.
Yeah. So it's a 13 intelligence that he's got to beat.
Definitely a fail.
For 4 psychic damage.
As he grabs his head in pain, he melts into a puddle of black goo.
Gain hit points from that.
Hmm?
I said, can I gain hit points from that?
No. Nice thought, though. All right. Liddy.
I want to move from behind this tree right here to, I assume these are ruins right here.
It's the remains of an old mill.
I want to move to here and I want to use, how far away are these guys? Can I roll a perception to see if I notice anything besides drawbridge being closed? Any other?
So the drawbridge and the gate are wide open at
They're
this
wide
juncture.
open. Okay. Can I roll a perception to see if I notice anyone else that's like in the field? Any more bony guys?
Yeah, give me a perception.
Okay. I got a 14.
Nice. So you do notice two more, one in each of these little towers here, drawing bows.
Okay.
And open up a little bit more of the courtyard for you.
I'm gonna take one of my pistols and go after the bony guy on the left of the tower. Ooh, that's not bad. That's an 18.
18. Go ahead and roll some of that damage.
Ooh, that's a 6 on damage.
Did you add your dexterity modifier?
No, I did not. Sorry.
That's fine. Don't apologize. I'm telling you to deal more damage.
Yeah, we love that max damage.
Aw, man.
So what's that total damage?
That's gonna be a 9.
Nice.
Dope.
The wrong button. Yeah, that's a solid hit. Right in the eye. They're still alive, but barely. Zaxxon.
So the big guy just showed up. And Zaxxon will run inside these ruins.
Vicious Mockery, the manager!
And I don't know if he can reach that. Okay, yeah. Vicious Mockery 60.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, "You don't look like a manager." And
Surely there's
dives in.
someone else to talk to.
The manager looks very insecure and takes whatever damage you're ready to dish out.
And that would be 3 psychic damage and disadvantage on the next attack.
They're suddenly doubting themselves and their managerial ability.
Your staff didn't meet the quarter. Productivity was low. And they didn't meet sales.
Liddy over here, the rogue, wishing they were a bard.
Multi-class.
Anyone was gonna do it. It is Fred's turn. Fred moves up with Liddy and takes a pot shot at the manager. Completely missing. Each of these guys fires their arrow. One at Liddy, one at Zaxxon. They have disadvantage because of the cover. They miss both of you. This one, however, tries again with the meat cleaver on Minklaw. Completely missing. I'm imagining Minklaw and this bone demon like having a slapping fight where nobody's actually accomplishing anything.
I'm picturing Minklaw just kind of like holding them at arm's length like you would to an annoying little sister, and every time they try to swing with the meat cleaver, they just can't quite reach them.
Can confirm. Have done for little brothers. Minklaw.
I'm gonna try and hit him again.
Now hold still.
You're being very irritating. That's a 13.
That is a 13. That is a miss.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and hit him again.
Now punch him.
Okay, that's a 17.
That is a hit.
Okay. Roll my unarmed. Oh, that's another 6 damage.
Nice. Talk to me about how you murderized this one.
So I think that, like, because I've been holding it at arm's length with this, like, non-quarterstaff hand, I just kind of, like, squeeze its skull, and it just... and goo.
Please. Nice. It melts into goo right on the road.
And my hands.
And your hands.
Gross.
Very. Karma.
Yeah, she's just gonna stay put and attack this dude.
Okay.
So he needs to make it, whatever that thing is, needs to make
A intelligence saving
intelligence.
throw.
Yeah.
That he utterly failed.
Okay. Fantastic. And that's 6 psychic damage.
Nice. He felt that one in his brain.
Karma. Reap.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Liddy.
All right. Well, first off, wow. Okay, I got a 0 on my intimidation to say to the manager, "I've got a bone to pick with you."
And he's like, well, I've got several bones over here.
I've got many bones.
No bones about it.
So I got a 0 on that intimidation, and
Did you roll a nat 1?
Yeah.
Please take 2 psionic damage from how well the manager resisted that intimidation attempt.
does that count as my action? Because I had something else
No.
planned. Okay. Well, as I'm sitting there, kind of like, oh, I knew I should have came up with something better. I take out. Actually, this time I want to take out my short bow and I want to go after the bony guy in the left.
You don't have a right arm.
Hmm?
Your right arm is pinned to your side with a cast.
Can't
And
use
she can still bend it at the elbow. I think what we said that was if you try to use the appendage, you just have disadvantage.
So if you're going to fire your bow, you have disadvantage.
Well, I was going to be fancy, but I'm going to stick with my pistols and go.
Have the advantage. One hand. Keep count how many you fired without reloading, because you're only carrying 6.
I am keeping count. This will
Good.
be a. Ooh. This will be a 22 to hit.
Nice.
Nice. Roll me some of that damage.
That is a. Ooh. That is a 10.
10. Yeah. Boom. Headshot.
Does
That is
the
a
bony
pile of
head,
two.
yes, does the bony head explode like confetti?
Roll a fate die. So roll 1df in the Roll20 chat.
Do I type in 1
You type in /roll 1df.
/roll
F is in Fred.
F?
No, it does not.
Aw.
So sorry. Sort of. Is that your turn?
That is my turn. You intimidate and go pow pow.
Zaxxon.
Smearlog sounds like a good dragon name, right?
What?
Zaxxon points over manager's head and says, "Oh look, it's Smearlog."
Roll deception.
I was doing another vicious mockery. Like if he looks, he's gonna laugh.
Oh, brilliant. He does look. Please roll damage.
That would be another 1 psychic damage.
Looking.
And as he looks, Zaxxon ducks back behind.
You are playing Zaxxon so perfectly. I am
Fantastic.
lucky. Fred takes a shot at the manager. Hitting. For once in their poor little life. 5 damage. Well done, Fred. The manager flies up. Fine. If you want to fight, then come find me in the tower. I'll be there with your little friend. Flies away.
Oh, good. You said little friend, and I thought he was coming to snatch me.
That's what I thought too.
I am Fred.
And little. Everyone here is a little friend except for Minklaw.
That is very true.
Liddy just sighs and says, leave it to a manager to go hide in the back office.
Hashtag facts. The other bone fellow shoots a arrow at Minklaw, very tired of trying to shoot at targets that are hiding behind things. Minklaw, what is your AC?
14.
Please take 5 damage.
Oh boy.
And it's your turn.
Okay, well, I can't really do much when they're far away. So I'm gonna go move and hide in here. Crouch down, get as small as a big old firbolg can get.
Nice.
I was going to say, you can probably see Zaxxon waving you over.
Just crouch down, look like a really tall person in a really small car.
Karma.
I guess I'll try thought spirit him.
Your thought spirit's been quite effective today.
It sure has.
They got a 6 on their saving throw.
Well, I got a 6 on damage, so
They have a headache.
yeah.
I sympathize.
We apologize. We're sure it's our fault.
Liddy, what you gonna do?
I want to move 25 feet in a particular direction. Probably. Don't really leave me with a lot of options. I want to roll stealth to move closer. That don't really give me a lot of options to move where I'm at.
No, trying to dive cover to cover, you don't have much cover within diving distance.
I do not. I don't have a lot of pistols left. Short bow's going to be at a disadvantage if I use that. I'll risk it.
Yes.
I want to use
Risk
the
it for a biscuit.
Yep, I would like to use the short bow on the tower on the right.
Roll some of that disadvantage.
2 dice, take the lower one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's an 11. 11.
Did you add your dexterity modifier and your proficiency bonus?
I did.
11 total?
11 total.
Your arrow goes way wide.
Do I get a bonus action?
Yes, and a movement if you want it.
I want to take the time bonus action to reload one of my pistols.
Okay.
And I'm gonna this side of the ruins, since there's nobody in the tower on the left.
Okay. Zaxxon.
That'll be it.
Let's see here. He's not gonna make it all the way. His speed's... Or, hold up, let me check. Let me check his speed. Oh, his speed's 25. He can dash all the way under. And as he's going, he's yelling, "Look, I'm touching your bridge!"
Nice.
And so now he is underneath.
All right. Fred takes a pot shot at this fella. Natural 20. Obliterates the fool.
The guy was leaning out of the hole looking at Zaxxon.
Yes. All right. Minklaw, what are you doing?
Well, Zaxxon started going in, so I guess I'm gonna follow him. I'll let him deal with this alone. So I'll use my movement and my action. Hold on, let me actually measure how far I can get with that. Doop, 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 doop. Yeah, pretty much right in front of him. Okay. Yeah, I'll use my movement and then my action to dash, and I'll get to like there. We are in the house.
Karma.
For right now, Karma's going to do the cat thing and just stay hidden
Okay.
when because she's hurt.
Yeah. Liddy.
I want to move up to about right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to take an action to reload another pistol of mine. That way I have it for.
Excellent.
And can I look? Can I roll an investigation to look around, see if there's another way inside this fortress besides just through the front gate?
Yeah. Definitely roll investigation.
Okay. Thank you. 10.
You do not see another way into the fortress.
I sigh, resolved at my fate. That'll be it for me. I'm gonna go in, but I'm kind of tailing behind.
Zaxxon, what are you up to?
Can we see the big guy up there? Or
So that token is just to inform you that that is the tower he is hiding in.
Okay, so are we out of combat currently then?
Empty.
Yeah, I was gonna say Zaxxon would probably go and check the nearest house to see if the hostages are in there.
The manager did say that the hostages were in the tower.
But he doesn't say which tower.
That's true. The houses look thoroughly ransacked.
Okay. He looks back at Minklog.
Minklog shrugs. Is the one tower in the back much bigger than all of the others?
Oh, considerably.
Yeah.
It's the central
Probably
of the fortress.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably the big one.
Zaxxon would come back and say, "It's empty in here."
So there's like no other people, like no other enemies, and he comes from behind that little boulder in front of the drawbridge. We don't have to fight anybody else.
Weren't we the big one? Says Fred, coming up behind you.
I mean, obviously the manager, but I'm talking about the bony dudes, the bony boys.
Hashtag Bony Boys.
Yeah, I don't see any more of them in there. I think we're out of bony boys.
Awesome. Then here's my plan. We find out wherever the manager is and we burn it down.
But there's people.
Oh, right. There's people with him. I mean,
We don't want to kill the people.
No.
And also, meta, anytime I say people, I actually mean humanoids. But
Good to know. Karma,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Nothing.
Okay, just checking on you.
Just hiding under shrubberies.
I mean, I guess if we gotta be honest and true about it, no, we won't kill people. I just figured let's just get the job done by any means necessary. Casualties are casualties.
Zaxxon's eyes start to well up a little bit.
I'm joking. Goodness, not really kill people. Obviously, we'll save them at the last minute.
Liddy, don't make Zaxxon cry. New rule.
He's a fragile little boy.
Oh. So we are actually going to pause here for tonight.
So I do have a question, Dallas.
I have an answer.
Are you sure you do? You haven't heard the question yet.
Sure.
With mend wounds, I could actually heal myself back up to full health.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But you stated earlier that there's an arrow going through karma. So how would that work?
So similar to how when Wolverine regenerates, it forces any foreign substance out of his body. That is how I view magical healing in game.
Okay. Sure. I'll go ahead then and spend another point and get back up to full health.
Fantastic.
And join the group like nothing wrong. Nothing was wrong.
Nothing out of the unusual.
I never got hit by it.
Fred leans over and gives you a little pet as you're walking by.
The whole avoid the hand thing. Cats are jello. Fine goes down. Except she's wearing leather armor, so I don't know how well that would work, but
But you're still going to try.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Tonight, before we sign off, a couple of things. First off, everybody levels to 2.
Yay!
Yay!
Don't sound so excited.
Sorry.
Yay! Oh.
And also, endless gratitude to Amy Waddell for guest starring with us tonight as Minklaw. That was fantastic. We may see more of that in the future. Big shrug. I don't know how that's going to work out. She is always a delight to roleplay with. I'm really glad it worked out. For her
Well,
to join.
thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Amy.
Happy to be here.
And that Minklaw voice, I am in love. Minklaw is from Minnesota. Anyone who tries to tell me otherwise is just wrong.
Minklaw is short for Minnesota Claw.
Well, that is all for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope to see you back next week, same time, for the next installment of The Legend of Qutasa. If you like what we're doing and you want to support the show, go check out our Patreon. If you just like to give us a tip, Venmo and PayPal should be linked in the description of this video when it goes on YouTube. Have a good night, everyone. Wash your hands and stay safe out there.